Hi,
Hello.
finally, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Süleyman, and I am from Turkey.
Okay, Suleiman?
Yeah,
Suleiman.
yeah,
Okay. Nice to meet you. Where in Turkey are you from? The capital?
yeah. Capital from Ankara. You
Is that
know
the capital?
Ankara? Yeah, Ankara is the capital of Turkey.
Really? I thought it
Yeah,
was what's the
Istanbul.
other one yeah, it's not Istanbul. Oh my
One
God, my
cent,
life has been a
one,
lie.
one, 1 century ago.
Oops. Okay. Well, no, you learn something new every day, huh?
Yeah,
You learned something new. Okay, great. My name is Maryama. I'm from Toronto, Canada.
yeah.
So nice to meet you.
I watched
So
your meeting video, and then
nice to
I
meet
call
me.
you. I
Sorry?
watched your I watched your meeting video.
Oh,
Then I
yes.
called you.
Oh, great. Lovely. Okay, well,
Mhm.
Suleiman, we have almost 30 minutes. So do you just want to have a conversation or do you want to do some practicing with lessons, things like that? It's up to you.
Um, it's up to you too. It doesn't matter. Normally, I have a reservation with other tutor today, and I can't. I couldn't connect with my uh,
To
laptop. Yeah, so I
okay.
escaped. Uh, this is our first lesson. It doesn't matter. We can meet and we can talk about anything.
Okay. Okay,
And
we can start off with that and then sorry, go ahead.
and what do you want? It doesn't matter.
Well, you're the student, so it's up to you. I can do either. Sometimes there are people who really want to do a lesson and then there are other people who just want to have a conversation and that's fine too.
Uh,
But we can
we
start off
can
with a
make
conversation.
we can make conversation because
Sure. Okay.
this is our first video with
Okay,
first
great.
lesson.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so what I like to do with students is we can kind of just do a back and forth. So I can just ask you a question, you'll ask me a question. It can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about me. It can be about Canada. It can be about anything really. Just to kind of get the conversation flowing and you can learn to listen and then also learn to speak through that as well. So do you want to
Okay.
start or should I start?
Uh, you should start.
Okay, I'll start by asking you a question. Okay.
Okay.
So I guess we can start with a general introduction. So just tell me about yourself. Like, how old are you? Are you a student? Are you working? Things like that.
Okay. Okay. Uh, I will talk about me.
Sure.
Okay. I am 29 years old. I am married and I have a son who is 2 years old. I
Hmm.
am working, also studying. I am working and also I am studying as a mechanical engineering student. Uh, this is my third university. That's it.
Okay, great. Okay, so how about you ask me a question?
Sorry.
How about you ask me a question?
Uh, I think you can talk about the living in Canada. I
Okay,
learned
sure.
I heard living in Canada about this is different city by city. I heard. For example, Toronto is the most expensive city, one of the most expensive cities in Canada.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, I know generally informations. general information. For example, Canadian people, most of Canadian people working in air area. How can I say? Do you
In
understand?
an area?
Air, yeah, with plane, aircraft, etc.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That could be true.
Because I, uh, I usually watch documentaries, especially learning new things, and I watch very much uh, documentaries about Canada. Most
Mhm.
of documentaries talked about uh, flying in uh, winter times because they are
Mm.
very hard to fly.
Mhm.
And some people say to me, if you move to Canada, maybe you cannot find easily job about aviation.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I don't
let me
know.
try and tackle all that. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, living in Canada, yeah, it's very different depending on where you live. So, Canada is a very, 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 very big country. It's a
Mhm.
very big country, and not a lot of people live here. So, there's only about less than 40 million people who live in Canada. So, to
How
kind
much?
of give you in comparison,
How many?
it's like 32 million,
Sorry.
33 million. It's, yeah. So that's about the size of
Half of
California.
Turkey.
It's half of Turkey,
Turkey is 80,
60?
82, 82, 82 million.
Wow. Yeah, so it's almost a third, but it's
Yeah.
much bigger than Turkey, right?
Yeah.
So the living is totally different. The weather is very different depending on where you live. Um, it's really big country. So it's like you said, Toronto is one of the most expensive cities.
Yeah.
So it's Toronto and Vancouver. Do you know the city Vancouver?
Yeah. Yeah. Vancouver. Yeah.
Yeah. Vancouver is also incredibly
Vancouver.
expensive. They're about the same.
Hmm.
Um, and the reason why Vancouver is really expensive is because there's a lot of rich Chinese people who live there, like
Hmm.
a lot of rich Chinese people. So they bought a lot of the houses there and the apartments. So they kind of made things really expensive.
Mhm.
But talking about the weather, if you go to Vancouver, for example, they don't even get, I don't think they really even get snow. They might get a little bit of snow in winter. But if you go to Alberta, I don't know if you've heard of Alberta.
Mhm.
It's where the oil is, a lot of the oil.
Yeah, I understand.
It gets really cold, like -40, -50 degrees Celsius
Oh,
in the winter, and
very
it's
nice.
like maybe a meter of snow, a lot of snow.
Hmm.
So, but Toronto, for example, it's not usually that bad. It's like -20 degrees in the winter. So it
Mhm.
really depends. It's very different. And then we also have the north of Canada, which is called the territories.
Mhm.
And that's like no man's land. It's just nobody lives there except some indigenous people, but it's
Yeah.
very much a tundra. It's just,
Maybe they can live in igloos.
I don't know if they don't live in igloos. It's 2019, so they don't live in igloos. But but I think they still their main way of getting around is through like not a sled, but the toboggan, I think, toboggan, the skis,
Skiing, yeah.
the engine power, yeah, like the it's not a car, but
Skiing.
it goes through snow. Not skin. Um, in the winter when you want to get places, you can't take a car. So they take
Yeah.
a
With
I think it's called a toboggan. I don't know what
with
it's
pallet.
called. A
With
ski?
pallet. With pallet.
Wait, give me a
Like
sec.
like that,
Ele
like that.
it's like an electric ski. I don't know what it's called. Shoot. But
Can I
anyways,
write?
yeah. Do you want to write it? Yeah, yeah, you can write it.
Yeah.
Uh, it's not a. You know what I'm talking about, right? What is it called?
Can you write?
Toboggan?
I will translate.
I don't even know what it's called. That's the issue.
Ah, okay.
Toboggan? I don't know. Okay, I'll try and think about it.
Okay.
But um yeah, other than that, Toronto, the job, I don't know about aviation. I think I heard that Canada has always had like pretty good
Hmm.
planes. Like we've had a good Air Force, I think. That's what I've heard.
Mhm.
But I don't know about any of that. I have no idea.
Hmm.
So I don't know where most Canadians work. Jobs, I think jobs are okay. Depends on where
Mhm.
you go. Toronto, I think is pretty okay with jobs if you want to get a job here. But I have family who lives in Norway, and it's really nice. They get free university, and their
Mhm.
healthcare is really good. Everything's really, really good. So they have a very high quality of life, and I think they always do polls on which country is the happiest in the world,
Of
and they're
course.
always the happiest.
Happy
But
discuss.
my cousin, she lives there, and she said, honestly, I don't know what they're talking about. Everybody here is depressed. She said people aren't happy here. And I said, well, I mean, that's what the research shows. So clearly somebody's really happy there. Okay. Well, okay. So how about, okay, I'll ask you another question so we can keep doing this back and forth. So tell me more about your university schooling. So like what university to go to and what exactly did you do in university?
Business and administration, and this is third university. This is mechanical engineering,
Mhm.
uh, and I don't want to work as a technician. I want to work uh, as an engineer, especially president of a project group. Uh, so I am studying engineering, and I I made and I am making lots of project about unmanned aerial vehicles. Uh, I
Unmanned? Unmanned
I
air
want,
vehicles?
yeah, UAV, you know,
I don't know, but I think I'm assuming
like
it's like
drone.
what they use for
You can
drones,
say
right?
drone is drone called as a uh, how can I say hobby vehicle, like toy,
Mm-hmm.
only taking photography or videography. And UAV UAVs are using in military areas,
Mm-hmm.
defense area.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I think
I was thinking like actual drones, not, there are different types of drones, not the ones that take videos. I know you're talking about, but like
no,
actual, you know, the
it's
drones that
killing
they use
terrorists.
in military?
It's killing terrorists, etc.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Also now I am making a project about agriculture drone.
Oh, okay. And what would that do? How does that work?
Uh, I, we we draw with an engineering program, and we simulate and we analyze and we produce a new UAV.
Okay.
Uh,
For the
no,
agricultural drone, what would be the
uh-huh.
purpose? What would be the purpose of it? So what would it do
uh,
for
Crop
agriculture?
main
Planting?
main purpose is spraying
Pesticides.
not medicine, like medicine. Can you understand?
Pesticides?
I don't know the
Let
meaning.
me write it for you. Pesticides is what they use to spray farms so that it
Yeah,
doesn't get like diseases
insect.
and
Insect diseases,
things like
pesticide.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, pests,
and
bugs, things like that.
we can analyze health of plants, and we can plant uh, plant seeds, and
Okay.
we can do that. These